Hey guys, good morning. Welcome to Nigra Techies. This is our ASP.NET Core tutorial. Part of this video, I am going to explain how to add Entity Framework to our application using this database first approach. And also, I am going to cover this CRUD operations. So in the first step is we have to create the .NET Core application using this MVC template. So I am already created one application. So the next step is we have to install these three packages. So then only it will support for this entity framework. So before going to the installation, let me explain what is entity framework. So the entity framework is nothing but an ORM. This is the object relational mapping. Basically, we can use this for the database connectivity. Okay, now we can start our installation. So let me go to the dependencies, then right click. So here manage nugget packages. So here you can see the installed updates and browse. Just to go to the browse side, here just to type entity framework. So here you can see this Microsoft Entity Framework Core. So the latest version is available 6.0.5. So let me install it and it will show the pop-up what are the dependencies going to install. Just to confirm, okay. Then you have to accept it. So now we have installed our first package. So it's available under these packages. So the next you have to type like SQL Server. The first one Microsoft.EntityFrameworkCore.Sqlserver. So this one also latest version 6.0.5. Let me install it. Okay, we have done, and the final one is just search tools. Okay, the second one, the Microsoft.EntityFrameworkCore.Tools. Okay, great. We have installed the required packages, and also I'm going to install one more package. So this is for enabling this runtime compilation. So this one, the Microsoft ASP.NET Core.MVC Racer.runtime compilation. Okay, great. We have completed our packages. So let me move on the next step. So this one, the Microsoft.Extension.configuration. So if required, we can install. So let me move on the next step. So generate the DB context using this Scaffold command. So basically in the entity framework, we have an EDMX file, but it's removed in this .NET Core framework after 3.1 for improving the performance. So we are using this Scaffold command for generating the DB context and also the required models. So let me copy this command. So and also I'm going to explain the Scaffold-DbContext is the syntax. So after that we have to pass our connection string. After that you have to provide this Microsoft.EntityFrameworkCore.SQLServer. So the final one is this output directory .models. That means we are generating our output in the models folder. So in the application you can see the folder is called model. So we are going to generate our DB context in the folder only. So let me copy this one and let me go to the tools. So here the NuGet package manager and then this package manager console. Okay, our PowerShell is initiated. So see, I pasted this command. So let me enter this. So basically it will take some time and it will generate our required models. So meanwhile I will show my database also. So this is my database. I'm actually using this LandDB. Here I have around 8, 9 tables. So you can see this. Okay, build is succeeded. Now it's generating the required data models. Okay, it's showing some warnings also, like to protect the sensitive information in your connection string, you should move out of the source code. Okay, the thing is, so when you are generating the models using the scaffold command, if you are provided this database connection string, it's defaultly included here. So basically we have to move this connection string into our app settings.json. So I will explain little later. Before that, I'm going to explain. See, this is our main DB context. Inside that, what are the tables we have? It's created as the object. Now let me go to this customer. So in the customer, we have around 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. There are 6 fields are available. Okay. In such situations, we may add some new rows, I mean new columns, or else we will remove the new columns. So in that situation, we have to refresh our entity framework, I mean the DB context. But it's not required for all the tables. This is for the single table. So in that situation, we have one more scaffold command. See, this procedure is same. We have to give the scaffold DB context. After that, we have to provide our connection string and also this Microsoft Framework.Sqlserver. The given path also correct. So after that, we are going to force. So we are going to update our table. So you have to mention this T. So after that, our table name. So this object is already generated. We are forcing to update this object. So you have to give this F option also. For that, I am going to drop this create user here. Okay, it's saying it is having some constraint. Let me remove it. I just removed the constraint. Now it's allowing to remove this column. Okay, now I just removed this particular column. So let me try to update this data model. See, the command is almost the same. The only thing is we just included the sections only. So again, the build is started, the build is succeeded. It will refresh the particular data model. Okay, it's done. So we can verify now. See, we have just 5 fields only up to the credit limit. The create user is just removed. So in this way, you have to update any data model. So anyway, we have just included the entity frameworks and the data model. Now we try to fetch the data from our application, then only we know. So before that, our important thing is we have to move this connection string into our app settings.json. So let me go to this app settings.json file. Here I am going to add one more new section. It's called for connection string. Then I am going to give my connection string name. Then I have to pass the value of the connection string. So it's already available here. So let me copy this one. Okay, we have completed our changes in app settings. So once it's added, we can remove this section. Okay, fine. Now let me go to the controller. So currently we have only one controller. It's a home controller. Here we can verify we are able to get the data or not. For that we have to inject this DB context here. Yeah, our context name is LAN-DB-Context. LAN-DB-Context. So let me pass this one here. Here I am trying to get the values. Where customer equal to this LAN-DB-Context dot table customers to list of. Okay, we have done. Let me put the breakpoint. I am trying to run the application. See, now we are getting this internal server error. So it's saying unable to resolve this service type of LAN-DB context. So we created our LAN-DB and we have injected in our controller, but we not included in the middleware. Okay, that's why we are getting this error. So everything, if you are creating any repository also, we just need to include in the middleware in this program.cs. If you are using .NET Core 3.1, we have a file startup.cs. So in the 6.0, we have only the program.cs only. So in this program.cs file, we can include our LAN-DB. So builder.services.add context. So the next, our context name is LAN-DB context. Okay, it's showing some error because this namespace is not included here. Okay, we added in our namespace. So after that, so options dot use SQL server. Okay, basically it's showing some error. So for fixing this one, we have to include this Microsoft.EntityFramework.Core. So let me include this one. Yes, it's done. So inside of this use SQL server, we have to pass our connection string. So the connection string we included in our app settings.json for accessing this one. So builder.configuration dot get connection string of. Okay, inside that we have to pass our connection string name. So this is our connection string name. Let me include it. Okay, now we have done our changes in our middleware. So let me try to run the application once again. I hope it will retrieve the data. Once it's done, we can generate these CRUD operations. Okay, see it's hitting in our index action result. So I hope it will work. See in the customer. So we can see there are 2 records. So now our database connectivity is good. Now let me go into create the CRUD operations. For that, in the controller itself, just right click and click this add. So here the new scaffold item. Okay, see all the templates was there. So just select this MVC controller with views using entity framework. So it's showing like first we have to select this model class. So I am selecting this table customer and the next is DB context. So defaultly we have one LAN DB context only. In some cases we have more than one DB context. You have to select the particular DB context. So then generate the view. Yes, it's required. Generate the scripts and library, and this use layout page. Okay, it's defaultly ticked, it's fine. And this controller name, so defaultly generating one controller name. So let me create it. So it's installing the NuGet packages. This is taking some time. Basically it will generate all the required views within the codings. So you can see the progress, like updating the progress. So now it's building the project. Okay, see our controller is generated. Here you can see first one is the index, then details and create. So all the action methods are created the similar way. You can see the views. So inside this table customer folder, so all the views are generated. Now let me run the application, and we can verify our output also. So the home page is generated, and actually our changes are available in the table customers. Okay, see the output. So the listing is loaded. So we can create new option. So here I am creating a new record, Ravi Kishore and phone number. So if I am clicking this one, so it's created on new record, and also we can verify from our database side. See the new records are getting added. So now let me try to edit this one. So the credit limit field is included. Okay, let me save it. That value also coming here. I am trying to delete this second record. So it's asking, do you want delete this record? So with all the information. So if I'm clicking this delete, it's deleting. Now I'm trying to add one link also. So before moving this one, I'm going to add this runtime compilation. So otherwise we have to run the application for every time. If you included this one, we can do our changes. Just to refresh the screen, that's enough. For adding the link, you just go to this shared folder. Here we have a layout page. So this is basically acts as like our master page. So already we have this home and privacy. Let me copy this one. So let me copy this one. I'm going to create my new menu. So our new menu is customer, and controller name is table customers, and our action name is index. So the .NET Core application not required to every time building. So we can use this option also. Start without debugging. Okay, we can see our new link for the customer. Let me click this one. So okay, our page is loaded. If required, we can do some changes for the style. Instead of this create new, we can give some bootstrap styles. So let me go to the view. Actually we are using this index view only. So here we don't have any classes. So let me include button primary. And the name also, it's a customer page, customer listing. And in the grid, so button again, button primary. and it's a similar way we can include for the delete. So instead of primary we can use this danger. For this detail we can use the same primary, that's fine. So now let me refresh the screen. See, the button styles are included. So now we all are in the end of the video. I hope you will get some clear idea about this entity framework, how to use in our .NET Core application. Still, if you have any doubts or clarification, please post in the comment box. So in my next video, we can see one of the interesting topic. So I request you to subscribe my channel and please stay tuned for my next video. And also recently we have enabled the membership for NT friends. So if you joined in the group, you will get the instant reply from the mail and this comment. Thank you. Thanks for watching.